Okay. Okay, next is 4. When you see 4, that is the three-dimensional and enclosed its volume includes height, width, and depth. So when you see 4, yung siya is a three-dimensional. When you see three-dimensional, which is we have the height, the width, and the depth. So the example here is naka-3D siya. So naa siya three-dimensional. So this one. So they have the front, the back, inside, and the other side. So the height, the width, and the depth. So that is the basic form example. So third is line. When we say line, defined on a point moving in space. Line may be 2 or 3-dimensional, descriptive, implied, or abstract. So they have a 2-dimensional. When we say 2-dimensional, the width and the height. So for the example of the line is this one. So we have the example of line. So we have a wavy, spiral, zigzag, vertical, dashes, horizontal, curly, dotted, diagonal, and curve. So mana siya ang mga example sa line. So when we say two-dimensional, from the point to the moving, in the point to moving, so that is called the line. So when we say two-dimensional, the width and the height. So very important nga makabaluta sa line. And the fourth is the shape. So we are all know what is shape, right? So an element of art that is two-dimensional, flat, or limited to height and width. So the shape, so this one. So we have a triangle, that is the example of the shape. We have a rectangle, square, and circle, oval, ellipse, and of course we have a free form. So when we say a free form, that is the natural organic. So when we see organic shape, so makita na siya everywhere, like leaves, that is the free form. The clouds, mao na siya ang mga free form nga mga shape. So next is space, by which positive and negative areas defined or a sense of depth achieved in a work of art. So when we see space, it's a positive and negative space. So I have example here. So when we see the positive, this one. So the positive here is the area is kanabitang kuan siya, kanang clear, kanang that with when we see negative or a white space. So mao na siya ang space sa imo. So for example is this one. So elements of art. So this is the space, the positive space. So naa siya area ng white space. So, and of course, if we have a positive, of course, we have also a negative space. So as you can see, the area here is na-occupied siya. So, wala siya spacing nga nahitabo. Wala siya sa center. So, this is the example of the space. The positive and negative space. So, next is texture. Of course, we are all familiar what is the texture. So, nga ma-feel, it is the way of the ma-feel nimo then, and also nga sa imong malantaw is paano siya nimo mahibaw-an nimo nga kan siya smooth. So mana siya ang texture, kung rough ba na siya or hait ba na siya. So this is the example of the texture. And of course, lastly is the value. When we see value, the lightness or the darkness of the tones of the color, white is the lightest value and the black is the darkest value. So of course, si value daw, so light to darkness of your kanang arts. So the example here is this one, the apple. The highlight of the apple, so here. So as you can see, the one that shows, this is the we call this the white, the lightest, the highlights is here. So lightest color or value, and of course the shadow. So there in the shadow is the dark of your drawing, and of course the cast shadows. So this one, yung shadow. So light to darkness. So when we say, and of course, in the middle extreme, between the extreme is the called middle gray. So yun sila nga middle gray. So this one. So mana siya white to gray to darkness of the color. So that's all the 7 basic elements of arts. So, do you understand what are the basic elements of arts? So very good. So now let's proceed. I have an if no questions and clarifications about my discussion, so I have and we need to answer this one. So I will group you into 2. This is the group 1 and the group 2. And double check your armchair. There are the question there, and you have 5 minutes to answer that. And anyone, please come here, the 5 members of the group, and you should explain sa inyong nabulutan nga question. So, start now. So, that's all. So, I will give you, and of course, I will give you you need to answer this one. I will give you a test paper to 1 to 5. Please answer this following. So, before, if you are done, pass the paper. So, before I end this discussion, I have an assignment in 1/2 course-wise. Please take note this one because I don't have a chalk. So choose one famous painting and identify the 7 elements of arts. So you need to create a famous painting in your own. So dapat na mag-unite ang the 7 elements of art. So we are all understand. So very good. That's all for today, class. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Have a good day. Bye.